What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Say we got another huge update. I know you guys could probably already tell it is going down just by that title alone. Definitely going to see this one as we're witnessing Fox News The 5 host Jessica Tarlov breaking down on what looks to be like one of her last days on the set Fox News The 5. This newest update when that Trump derangement syndrome just becomes too much for the other hosts to bear. I'm excited to get into it. So we're not straight into it. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before I even get into it, you guys, hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button for your boy. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it, folks. Check this out.
Judge, Dana brings up a good point. We're looking at Harris, but we kind of forgot that we still have a president out there somewhere. I mean, I'm pretty sure we have a president, but it feels like the Democrats kind of left the country in a lurch. And should we trust them when they try to convince us that Harris is capable?
Well, you know, I think that one of the most stunning things to me is if you're in a presidential race and it's like 50-50, it is so close. This is a political opportunity for you to go out there and show the American public that you are on the ground. You're getting help for those people in the areas where there was a flooding, and that, you know, you're taking the part of, you know, the United States and supporting Israel because we're on the verge of a larger regional war, if not a third world war. But they're not doing that. And that the clip that you showed right in the beginning when they asked her, you know, is it did Biden to Kamala not give you the opportunity to go out there and be yourself? Because people are saying you had 4 years to do it, and you didn't do it. She couldn't even answer the question. All she did was talk about Donald Trump, and I'm surprised she didn't talk about how nice her grass was. But in the end, this is all an opportunity. And the Democrats are not taking advantage of it. So when Joe Biden says, you know, we pre-planned for this, we've got everything ready. It's been a week. The National Guard is not on the ground. People don't have water. They don't have water. They don't have food. They don't have a bathroom. Some of them are not warm enough. They don't have medicine. You have an animal. You don't have dog food. I mean, I was through it. This is a nightmare. And you think you're in America. They're coming for you. They're going to take care of you. But in the end, Biden didn't. And we'll talk later about how he really didn't.
Just
There we have it, Judge Janine calling exactly how she sees it. And I can totally get on board with what she's saying, using it as an opportunity to show the American people that, you know, they're there, their response to the hurricane, their relief efforts, but it's just not there. I think I read somewhere that Kamala Harris was boasting and bragging about $700 something she was giving folks as hurricane relief assistance. I was thinking, like, what is $700 going to do for you in a time like this? It's absolutely insane. Showing that she's not fit. That's not the, you know, the leader that you need.
Biden didn't. And we'll talk later about how he really didn't.
Jessica, you know, I feel bad for you.
Do you?
Yes, I do. It's not fair that you have to support Kamala Harris. I know probably it wasn't your first choice, wasn't your second choice, probably wasn't your third, fourth, or fifth, but you had no choice with her. So you have to support her. And you can hate Trump all you want, but there was a primary. People had a choice. He became the choice. But you are stuck now trying to pretend that this person you wouldn't hire, you know, to, I don't know, babysit your kids.
Oh, I would take Mamala in a flash.
Oh, my goodness.
The only
no
people
way.
who are upset about the quote coronation are Republicans. These Democrats do not exist. We're happy. We're running a race that is now competitive when we thought we were going to lose. That's what we wanted out of all of this.
Answer the question.
I just did. Mamala, yes. Also
that
happy.
was a trick. There was no question.
Oh. Anywho. Okay, so where's Joe Biden? Where's Kamala Harris? Yesterday she was in Georgia. Today he was in Florida and Georgia. I ran through the litany of on-the-ground facts from this response 2 days ago. But just to add to it, now Governor McMaster has said the response has been superb. Brian Kemp has said again, we have everything that we need. Florida is happy with the response. North Carolina is happy with the response. That does not mean that it is not a complete disaster, but it does mean that the Biden administration absolutely took this seriously. You say no National Guardsmen. There are over 4,000 that are on the ground, and we've had search and rescue from 19 states. as far as the media approach or what she's doing and who she's taking questions from, and you're upset at a circuitous answer, again, the voters are not upset about it. We would not be in this kind of
The voters are not. She's speaking a lot for the left, guys. All these Dems. I want you guys to know this is who you have, as your mouthpiece. She's speaking and saying that you guys are not worried about your candidate. This is crazy. Not worried about your candidate actually sitting down or talking to media whatsoever. She's not talking to hostile media, and she's not talking to friendly either. Jessica Tarlov saying that you guys are completely fine with that. It just does not make sense. Is this serious?
You're upset at a circuitous answer. Again, the voters are not upset about it. We would not be in this kind of deadlock of a race if people were annoyed about it. She's up 2.2 in the Real Clear Politics average, up 3 in 538. Nate Silver has her as the slight favorite in his probability model. And Cook Political Report yesterday put out swing state polls. She's up in 6 of 7 of them, but this was the astounding thing. For the first time ever, a plurality of swing state voters now think a Democrat will win. And that's an 11-point swing in her favor. She has the temperament to do the job. She's up 9 on uniting the country. What is so bad?
Well, I think we are all suspicious of that, given the fact that the media protects her pretty well. She hasn't really faced anything tough, nothing like the Republicans ever face. Right, Jesse?
You're right, Greg.
Thank you.
You've never been not right. I want to talk about the question that the hefty man asked her.
Yeah.
That is the core question of this election. You've been there for 4 years. Why haven't you done all the things you're campaigning on? For the last 4 years, wages have gone nowhere and prices have gone up. Yet, take-home wages, yet she says Bidenomics is working. Now, she has to know Bidenomics isn't working because she gets briefed by her economic team. She has to know because she reads the newspapers. We assume. So she knows Bidenomics isn't working, yet she goes and tells the voters it's working. So she's lying about how the plan's working. And if it wasn't a good idea, right, why did she cast the deciding vote for all of Joe Biden's plans? If she didn't like the plans, why'd she say, oh, yeah, let's go for it? And, all her little tax gimmicks she has out right now, well, why hasn't she convinced Joe Biden to adopt them? Why hasn't she gotten Chuck Schumer to put them on the floor for a vote? Those are easy questions. She still hasn't even been asked those questions. And you look at J.D. Vance last night, he had the other best line, I thought. Donald Trump doesn't just have a plan, he has a record. And when you look at his record, there's no inflation and massive wage increases. And then if you look into the future, it's simple: tax, trade, immigration policy. It's common sense. Her opportunity economy, it's not common sense. For instance, Jessica, she wants a $50,000 tax write-off for a small business startup. Well, small businesses don't have any profits if they're just starting up. So they don't have anything to write off. Or the $25,000 welfare check to buy your starter home. That's so inflationary.
And these are the beat around the bush policies that she's proposing. I'm talking about right there, guys. It just makes no sense. She's not hitting home. It doesn't really speak to the American people. But yeah, everyone else on the left, or who is, brainwashed by Kamala Harris's campaign, keeps trying to say that, hey, she's giving you guys some policies there. Take it. That's enough. Just like they're doing with the interviews. Hey, she did an interview.
A welfare check to buy your starter home. That's so inflationary. And it's just going to screw up the cost of housing in this country. And then the child tax credit, $6,000, that doesn't actually bring prices down at all. It's just more spending. So the whole thing makes no sense, Jessica. Greg is right. You were wrong. Let's go to commercial.
The child tax credit cut child poverty in this country by 50%. And the small business loan is one of the only proposals that has bipartisan support. You should watch the tape of Stuart Varney talking about how it was really good policy.
Okay, then do it now.
Oh, Jessica. Now we hate Stuart Varney?
Do it now.
Roll the tape.
Why don't they do it now if it's all so great?
At what vice president set the agenda for?
Listen to her right now. Jessica Tarlov, no answer for the sitting vice president, guys. They keep making excuses. They keep wanting to put the blame. Blame shift is what I've learned is called. They keep trying to blame shift Donald Trump. And they never really want to take accountability for Kamala Harris being a lack thereof of a candidate, guys. Right here, Jesse Waters saying, hey, do it. Right. You're sitting in office for the last 3.5 years. Donald Trump's been underlining this point. Why haven't you done it now, guys? Come on.
Why don't they do it now if it's all so great?
At what vice president set the agenda for the administration?
Cheney!
That's a great example. Also a Kamala fan.
Here we go. Coming up, Donald Trump hits back at Jack Smith's obvious election bedlam.
Yo, there we have it, guys. It's only a matter of time before Fox News host Jessica Tarlov has to admit the truth to all these people that she's been lying to and gaslighting and pushing this false narrative about Harris, her campaign. You know, Jesse Waters underlined a very valid point. Donald Trump's been trying to push this for so long now. Kamala Harris has been sitting there for 3.5 years right next to Joe Biden. And what have they done? Where are we at right now? You know, all these brilliant plans or, proposals of Kamala Harris. It just doesn't make sense for someone who's sitting in office right now and it's not doing anything. Kind of just sitting on your hands and saying, hey, vote for me. And just give me your trust. And I'll follow through on the back end. But right now, I can't do anything. My hands are tied. It just doesn't make sense. We all know that Joe Biden's even came out in an interview saying on The View, I believe last week, coming out saying that she had equal power and authority as vice president as he did sitting as president. So we want to throw out the narrative to say that she was only the vice president. There was only so much she could do. But it seems like she's just sat by and watched this entire thing go to the dumps. Guys, definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you did enjoy more content like this, I'll catch you guys on the next week.